Shalom. Koholo Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rahakodash. Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father. Bahashem means in the name. Yahweh Shai would be the true name of the Son of the Heavenly Father, who the world knows is Jesus Christ. But his true ancient Hebrew name is Yahweh Shai. The Most High teachers, the apostles, and the other bishops of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations to the Lord's elect, teaching in truth and sincerity for the sake of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, this lesson is edifying and straight to the point. Hence the eerie feeling of prophecy taking hold of the earth, in which you see many people's livelihoods is at stake from prophetic events taking place. You see from people rioting in the streets to government assistance being cut off that's causing these people to bug out. But yet the Lord, he warned of these things, man. You know, the Lord told you how that the sea and the waves was going to roar, which is a metaphor for the people going into an uproar. But yet it was going to be led through distress and perplexity. And you see that spirit of distress growing here in the earth as well as perplexity. You know, in which when you go into that word perplexity, it takes you back into lacking resources, man. And you see certain resources being cut that's causing these people to bug out in the streets, man. You see, but yet this is the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai concerning this lifetime. It's not like things is going to happen. You see, think not that something's going to happen that's going to reverse things, that's going to make peace start to generate and steep into the minds of these people. No, the Lord is not going to comfort two people. The only people who's being comforted from the events taking place is the elect. You see, yes, the elect is being comforted from the evil taking hold of the earth because it's really for our good, Lord willing, of that precious number. But yet, you're going to see more distress grow. You see, real quick, this is Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 14. It says, wherefore he said, awake thou that sleepest, and arise from the dead, and the Mashiach should give thee light. You see, in that light, it's pretty much this truth, this information. And what's so beautiful about the light is that it brings clarity to things. You see, but when you consider sleep and dead, where you're still fashioned after the ways of this world, you see, and that prideful mindset that the world put on you is going to lead to you being in great misery. You see, and this is that high time to wake out of sleep, man. Seeing that prophecy is taking hold of the earth, but just continuing on, it says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise. You see, circumspectly, you being careful, being on high alert, watching prophecy. You see, because a fool is not concerned with the times that he's in. You know, a fool mindset is solely caught up in carousing and drunkenness, like the Lord tell you in Luke, the 21st chapter. And his mind is carried away with the cares of his life. Therefore, when these evils increase, he gonna get caught right in the midst. Yes, it says redeeming the times because the days are evil. And just reading this in the NLT, it says, so be careful how you live. Don't live like fools, but live like those who are wise. Make the most of every opportunity in these evil days. You see, repenting and returning unto the Lord and being occupied with the light, which is this truth, man. Because this is going to be your stability in the times to come. It's going to be this word that's going to keep you stable by way of the mind. Because the world is going to be driven with perplexity. You know, that perplexity, one of those definitions that when you go into that word is to be lost mentally. Not to know how to decide or what to do. And that's just going to be the mindset, you know, the makeover of the people here in this society. They're going to completely lose their ground, man. While those who are pretty much invested their time into this truth, well, you're going to have a stability, in which the stability is going to be this word. You know, Yahweh Shai, man. You see, but continuing on, it says, redeeming the times because the days are evil. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is. And the will of the Lord is to bring forth these evils. You see, and you're going to see how people respond to these things, man. You know, the Lord tell you how in the last days perilous times shall come. You go into that word perilous, the definition that would be to reduce in strength. But yet it also goes into times being hard to do, to take, and to approach. And it even gives you a word that would be savage, man. So people are going to be behaving very savage. The evils is going to increase. The people are going to bug out more and more. And it's going to be from certain laws being passed. It's going to drop back government assistance, man. You see, in which the Lord is going to put you people in great misery. Yes, real quick. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 8, and verse 50. It says, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." You see? Yeah, that pride. The Lord is going to combat your pride, all your arrogant speeches, those hard speeches. The Lord is going to combat all those things with great miseries. You see? Yes, him cutting off your resources. You losing your federal job, not being able to provide for your family, breaking up household. The Lord is going to do all these things through prophetic events, man. Yeah, it's going to be certain events that's going to take place that's going to cause division in households. You see, that's going to put heavy distress and misery on people, man. And it's not like we not seeing these things take place. You see, it's the Lord doing these things. Just to show you a quick clip.
In the month of November, nowhere in the United States, if they have a government SNAP EBT program, wherever you are, they will not be issuing no benefits. Now, this is the crazy thing. I don't know if y'all really believe a lot of the stuff or if y'all reading up on it, but bro, brace yourself, because it's not just November. Listen to me. It's not just November. It's not just November. They trying to phase out and get rid of food stamps, just like they trying to do the Section 8, the government assistant, anything that's government assisted, any programs, they trying to get rid of all of that. You see what I mean?
Yes, because they're trying to introduce a new system into you, to where you're going to have a micro C-hip inserted in your skin if you want to continue with the system. You see? But just continuing on, this is what's going to put, he's going to put you people in straight. It's called order out of chaos. He's going to cause the chaos just to present the order to you. The solution. And which the solution is going to be that chip. But them crashing this system and you people being affected by it, that's because you was leaning on this broken reed. But yet it says if you lean on it, it's going to pierce you and go into you. You see? Yes, real quick. Come right back. This is Isaiah chapter 36 and verse 6. It says, "Lo, thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed." Real quick, I'm going to go into the blue letter, because that word staff there. It says, "Thou trusted in the staff of this broken reed," Isaiah 36 and 6. "On Egypt, whereon if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it." That's the micro C-hip, man. This new digital technology that they slowly but surely present to the world, whereas you're going to have to take it if you want to continue buying and selling with the system. Revelations, the 13th chapter. It says, yeah, it would go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, the king of Egypt, to all that trust in him. So those who trust in this system, well, it's going to end in you having to take a chip, man. But yet, when you go into this word staff here, it says how you trusting in the staff of this broken reed, Strong's H4938. The definition, it says support of every kind. So that staff that you're leaning on will be this system, man. The support that you get from this system. But yet the Lord is gonna break that. He's gonna break this system, man. That support, all these things is slowly but surely gonna be drawn back. And for you to receive it again, well, it's going to be something that's going to have to be inserted into your hand for you to get it, which is going to be that chip, man. You see, but just going back into the video.
Everybody is to save money and it's the this and it's that. That's not what it's for. That's not what it's for. Don't be no fool. A lot of y'all, like I said, a lot of y'all wake up and run the social media and bullshit. Y'all receive food stamps. Y'all get some type of government assistance. Y'all better start waking up and looking what's going on around y'all. Because like I said, you gonna wake up one day in the world, in the life that you know and used to and feel like you entitled to, that shit gonna change. And
you see, everything that you have grown comfortable with, you see comfortable to receiving those stamps every month, it's gonna change. It's gonna stop, man. The Lord said how he's going to break the stay and the staff, the whole stay of bread and the whole stay of water. That stay goes into your support of life, your support of every kind. The Lord, he's going to break these things, man. And you see it happening by way of that big, beautiful bill. You know, and even, you know, these assistance being cut from 42 million people, man. You see? But just to show you another clip, because from these events, people's going to respond with violence, man. Evils, going back into perilous times. People are going to be more savage, more harsh, you know, more fierce. You see, real quick.
I'm going to tell y'all straight up like this. I just got that text that the link is definitely cut the fuck off for November. Y'all better stay the fuck out of my way in these stores. I'm walking out with carts and I'm not paying for shit. Trump, if you want motherfuckers start looting, it's gonna happen. Before my kids go broke in this bitch like Jock, I'm gonna be stealing like it ain't no tomorrow. I am going to go in that store, get everything I get regularly. I'm going to bag my shit up, swipe my link card. As soon as that bitch say ain't no pending balance on there, I'm going to walk the fuck out. And I'm going to have one of my cousins with me that'll punch your ass so hard you going to think a Jet 2 Holiday hit your bitch ass if you think I ain't finna walk out that stuff. And please follow me to that motherfucking car if you feeling motherfucking froggy, bitch. You ain't going to make it back to your motherfucking position at that fucking Walmart store. I'm telling you. You want to take some link? Like I don't be taking shit already. Watch this. It's okay.
You see? And who's going to be affected the most, man? Women and children. You know, violence is going to intensify. These women going to start stealing more. You know, they're going to start trying to pair up more. They're going to start begging for more help. You see? But check, the evils is going to intensify more and more. And it's going to be from certain events taking place where the food is, you know, the main concern. You see? Yes, Ezekiel 7:5. It says, thus said the Lord, Yahweh Ba'asham Shah, evil and only evil, behold, is come. You see? And it's not like the evil is just going to stop. No, they're going to grow, man. You see, it's going to grow far greater than what we already seen. And yes, we coming into a scene that's going to intensify the evils. Yes, this is 2 Ezra 14:16. For yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. For look how much the world shall be weaker through age. So much the more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. You see? Yes, so the evils is about to increase in the earth. And she's just one of many people that feel that way. No, there was thousands of people that liked that video. And thousands of more people in the comments that was agreeing with her. You know? So, especially in these major cities, you know, expect the more heavy military presence at these grocery stores. Because that's all it's going to turn into. You know, a heavier military presence in certain cities and states. Especially at grocery stores, because this is how people is going to respond to them SNAP benefits being cut off and them not being able to feed their family. You know? But this is 2 Ezra 15 and verse 18. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. You see, this is what these things is going to grow to, man. It's not just going to stop at a protest. You niggas protesting and you voicing your displeasure on social media is not going to somehow shift the heart of Trump to him to pass a law that best benefits you people. No, it's going to get worse. He's going to turn the heat up where you're going to be even more in straits, man. You see? It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. So this is what these things are going to turn into. Neighbors is going to turn on one another, you know, because let's just say that SNAP thing, you know, it don't just end with November, but yeah, it continue on to the next month into the new year. You know, these people are going to completely bug out. And then soon you're going to start seeing neighbors invade one another. You know, just for food, just for resources, man. You know, it says because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, you being in straits, a level of difficulty. You see, but yet the Lord, he warned of these things, and yet we seeing it playing out, man. Yeah, this is Luke 21. In verse 25, it says, and there should be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, the stress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring. You see? Yes, and all these signs is happening simultaneously. You know, with the moon, the sun, and even in the stars. But even upon the earth, you're seeing that the stress take hold of these people. And just going into that word distress, to that root word, Strong's G4912, go down to the B definition. It says to press on every side. You see? And yes, you people are going to start being pressed on every side, man. That's Jeremiah 11:11. How the Lord was going to send forth these evils, and it was going to pretty much consume you on every side. You know, it even tells you that in 2nd Ezra as well. But it says of a besieged city, of a strait. You see, in that strait is a difficulty that forces a ship into a narrow channel. You see that narrow path, man. When you walking things narrowly, that's a difficult path to walk. Far as when you're in a wide path where you have room to trip and stumble. You see? But it continues on to say of a cattle squeeze, that pushing in on each side, forcing the beast into a position where it cannot move, so the farmer can administer medication. Yes, and that farmer that's going to administer that medication is going to be, you know, this system, you know, administering that C-Hip to you, because you in a position where you can't move. You in straits. You don't know which way to turn or what to do, man. You see? Yes, that spirit of distress is going to put people in a spirit of perplexity. You know, going back into this word perplexity. Going into the root word, Strong's G639, it says to be without resources, to be in straits. You see that word straits keep popping up, because this is the condition you people are going to be in. Difficult positions. And you're going to be left wanting, to be embarrassed, to be in doubt, not to know which way to turn, to be at loss with oneself, be in doubt, not to know how to decide or what to do. Be perplexed. You see? Yes, in the Strong's definition, it says to have no way out. You see? No form of escape, because the evils is going to grow on every side. Be at loss mentally, stand in doubt. You see? Yes, and you people, you're going to lose your mind, because you're going to lose the answers first. You know, your resources is going to leave, your jobs is going to leave, your food stamps going to get cut off, and you ain't going to know how to decide or what to do. So much so, you just going to lean on this system, man. You know, and you're going to let that farmer administer that medication, which is going to be that chip, in order for you to regain stability, you know, to regain comfort, a peace of mind, to eat again. You see? But yet, this is what's coming into the earth. And you see the Lord has one of these things, and you seeing it being fashioned here in real life, man. Where these words is coming to life. You see, this is why the Lord tell you, just skipping down verse 34 in the NLT. It says, watch out. Don't let your hearts be dulled by carousing and drunkenness, and by the worries of this life. Don't let that day catch you unaware. Like a trap, for that day will come upon everyone living on earth. Keep alert at all times and pray that you may be strong enough to escape these coming horrors and to stand before the Son of Man. So the Lord told you what to pray for, man. Don't pray for peace, praying for things don't happen. No, pray that you be able to know that you're strong enough. Pray that the Lord give you the spirit of, you know, patience and hope. You know, you see, the Lord tell you what to pray for, man. So that you can stand in this evil day, because the evils is sure to come. But yeah, I pray that you was edified. I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rahakodash. Lord, what's in this video? Shalom.